let's do it. Let's do your coaching, Eski. Since it's been downloaded already, what's your question in here? Counter for Nature's Prophet. Not sure how to counter Nature's Prophet if I was losing the game. What else I can do to improve my game? Very rusty since the lack of time available to play Dota and during holidays been busy. Would like some more tips on improving my game as my game seems stagnant. Well, I'm kind of busy as well in the past few days. Life's hitting the fan, so it's understandable. I mean, we're not getting younger, of course. So I still admire people that is not just playing the game blindly, but actually trying to improve by doing some sort of coaching thing. Wait, the Enigma is actually pre-muted on me. This guy must be bad. I was surprised there's no patch. Yeah, me too. And then they're using the same patch that they use with the TI in what? In the qualifier? That's so shit, man. Everyone is actually bored with it. Including me, I'm bored. There's some little tweaks with it, and then now it's actually revolving around a different playstyle now, which is like global and then Greaves pipe thing, which is kind of nice to say. But I mean, even if you look into the supports in that qualifier, usually they will go for like early brawling items such as Veil, Discord, drums, those kind of items.
30 seconds to battle.
Because they really value the early fights and snowballing. Because once, let's say, someone has like Greaves or Pipe and then they are actually winning, there's no coming back in there. Slower game now? Is it actually slower? I feel like it's actually faster now. But yeah, let's take a look in here. You're going to play Spectre, right? What's your game plan in here? You're going to play Midas? I don't think it's a good idea to play Midas right now. Because if you play Midas with your Spectre, it's really going to delay your item progress. I mean, it's the Midas is just going to farm attack speed, but I don't think you're going to really fight them that hard. So, okay, well, let's see it here. You had a bad lane. I mean, you guys don't have what AOE against the Enigma. So the outcome for this lane, I'm thinking that you just have to play either draw or don't lose that hard. It's impossible for you to win this lane actually as a Spectre, and it's really uncommon for a Spectre to actually win the lane. Usually, a Spectre will just lose the lane. Pull and just shove to the tower. Yep, I will request the same. And aside from that, maybe Vengeful will play Basilius so that you will have unlimited, or one of you should go for like Basilius. That's guaranteed. So that you have to either spam with your Spectral Dagger and then Wave of Terror. And deal with the Eidolons. Yeah, it's good that you're doing it. Because it seems like the Vengeful is not going to play support properly, so yeah. And one thing as well is that you have to help your Vengeful to do some blocking with the lane. Like with the camps. But hey, this is actually a... Wait, Enigma is actually 5. Why? Why Enigma is 5? Because for me, if I'm going to put Enigma to top, this is going to be easy. Like really easy. Because they don't have a way to actually clear it. And like in bottom lane, as you can see, there's Magnus. And then there's the Keeper of the Light that can easily take care of those summons. Like, including the Trents. What the fuck is this? That's why this guy is pre-muted on me. I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm not sure why they're doing this. But yeah, so be it. And early aggression, I like it. Yep. Couriers incoming. Wait, actually, I haven't seen you look into the items of your team or even the enemy. Courier died. Nice. Last hitting. How many games you played so far with Spectre? The last hitting is not that good. Which is... You actually have to practice that. I mean... Spectre's early game is really weak. So you have to rely on properly last hitting it. Oh shit.
Dire's top
You could
tower
actually
is
put it in
under
here.
attack.
Like here. Yeah, it's not going to happen now. It feels like you're... Wait, I'm not sure if this is the right conclusion, but it feels like you're not used into this kind of shenanigan, like someone is going to pull the wave. Because the way that you react, it's telling me that you don't have enough experience with that maneuver. Like with the... I pulled... Okay. Alright, I'm assuming incorrectly. But it's good. It's good that we recognize it both. Yeah. Pull around the tower. Well, you need to make sure that there's like the vision. So here. Or maybe keep on cutting the trees in here. I think cutting trees is actually nice in here. Because you guys are going to play against Earth Spirit, right? So if you keep cutting the trees, especially for the potential rolling boulder, you can easily dodge it, given that the Weaver doesn't have stun. So it's all on the Earth Spirit to actually land the roll or the stun. So yeah, keep cutting the trees. But the problem is if you're going to cut the tree as well, the Vengeful will not have the way to easily land the stun. I mean, it's actually doable since you have Sentry. Even if the Weaver will do Shukuchi, it's still fine. But yeah, you're actually losing a lot of HP with the right click. Right click, yep. 4-1. I think Sage Mess is enough. And then you have to prioritize Wraith Band first. Because the Weaver is actually right-clicking you a lot. But I like the Magic Stick though, against Weaver. I think it's kind of lucky as well. Because what if it's actually Enigma? The bugs.
First blood. First blood.
I'm not sure how you look at it. Like, your camera though. See it here. I mean, sure, it's the problem of the positioning of the Vengeful, right? This is the potential of the Earth Spirit. And then the mobility of the Weaver. See it here, your camera is here, stuck. What else can be done in here? Maybe Magic Stick early and then push it early as well? Magic Stick and then Spectral Dagger? Yeah, but you're busy in here. And then the bugs. Yeah. The bugs. You didn't help with the bug. Because they have no more spells to actually reach the Vengeful aside from just right clicking, which is they're going to commit. Yeah. Trying to hit your own bugs. That's true. But you didn't manage to complete it. Or kill it completely. I mean, even if you just let your bugs in your Spectre, I don't think it's going to be enough. But yeah, I mean, no need to save that Vengeful anyway. It's his fault. Sentry. Deny. Aggro. It's actually allowing you to deny. Vanguard. So what's your first item in here as a Spectre? I'm actually thinking of one good item that will really help you. Vanguard, you really did for Vanguard. Does it help you farm and fight? A Vanguard Midas? Wait, isn't it too long to actually be active? Because if that's the case, you are going to rely on your teammate to create space, in which I don't want that kind of carry, like a liability thing. Ring to Midas? Ah shit, that's really slow pace, don't you think? How do you participate in the mid game though? Because for me, I'm actually thinking of Blade Mail. Blade Mail, Blade Mail, Blade Mail. Blade Mail and then Aghanim's or even Manta Style. But I think, ah shit, you might die. You can actually TP out after that roll.
Is under attack.
You want to be run down. Any more spells? Body block. You're dead.
Axe observer.
Yeah, you're dead. I thought you were going to TP in there. You could actually survive if you TP'd. But yeah. So I think Blade Mill is really good in this game. First reason is that the armor will be there, and the Blade Mill could actually help you farm jungle, in which Spectre is actually not the greatest jungler in the game. And aside from that, looking into the lineup of the enemy, they actually have uncontrollable damage, and that is, of course, Ember Spirit, Earth Spirit, and Enigma. You could actually make use of that too. And then, yeah, it could be okay against Weaver. But yeah, it's more of a, it's actually really versatile item that is really good in this scenario because, again, it can help you farm faster. Jungling, which is something that Spectre struggles with. She cannot really farm in the lane, or I mean in the jungle, quite easily. So Blade Mill is nice, and then it will really prevent you from being killed immediately. Because they have to make sure that all of the spells will be in line, and at the same time, they only have one stud, right? They only have one stud. I got Mag to help me farm, like with the Empower. Yeah, that's true. But do you really want the Magnus to keep on empowering an Spectre that has global potential? Because for me, it's actually going to miss a lot of opportunity if Magnus keeps on following you around. So let's say team is playing bottom, taking the tier 2 and then controlling the outpost of the Radiant, right? And then you're farming, let's say, in the triangle or in the top outpost. So if we're going to like rely onto the Magnus, Magic Wand. Magnus might be following you around and then he will not be there if the fight comes. So I think it's going to really about the pressure, like release some pressure that you guys could actually do, or in the map in particular, and securing more space if Magnus will be following you around. So yeah, I think Blade Mill is really nice, and Nature's Prophet cannot actually deal with Blade Mill as well, because naturally you will have more HP than the Nature's Prophet, and at the same time you have Dispersion, your third skill. I think the only time that the Nature's Prophet could fight you with the Blade Mill is once he got like BKB, Satanic, Vanguard. No, I don't like it. The reason is that Vanguard, the physical damage is not the main damage of the enemy. It's only the Nature's Prophet that can do physical damage, but it's not even enough. He needs like Silver Edge as well to remove your Dispersion. I think you will be dying mainly for the magical damage and their spells. Builds in the Abyssal, yeah, but again, the Vanguard is not going to help you farm or even help you fight. It's just an item that is, you know, just not die. And if we're talking about an item that is not, you know, just help you sustain, you're just going to AFK farm until you get an item that can actually help you fight. Wait, why are you not being punished by pushing mid? You're a carry and then we don't care about you. Yeah, so there you go, Magnus is there now, right? And by the way, with Blade Mill you can farm the Ancient. But the problem is that how can you sustain after using the Blade Mill? You have to tank it. So yeah, I mean you have the good neutral item. Either with a Trusted Shovel so that you will have the salves in there. Bottom is free. Yeah, farm. You got Vanguard though. You can actually man up in here. I don't think he can actually kill you. Yeah, just AFK farm. If they're going to push this, they can easily invade the triangle. You need mana. Wait, why you TP'd out? Just to do some haunt? Ah, you TP'd out just for haunt. Are you actually going to get any kill? Oh, you actually wasted time. You wasted time in here, man. Might as well just keep farming in bottom, right? How many gold change? 47? And then not only you're going to lose bottom, maybe? The farm. I think the problem is here, is that one thing, you're not looking into the map. Like, look at your perspective, it's so limited. Only to yourself. You don't even look if this guy is TPing or this guy is TPing. What items? I mean, I know that you have the manas in your mind when it's profit, but this guy, you don't even have some information on it. Like, even in mid or even in top. You don't have information. You just decided to just TP and then go for haunt. I mean, you can just haunt if you want to.
The dire structures cannot be hurt.
Yeah, again, look at here, right? You can see here as well. The vision. It's actually giving you a lot of information. Like Weaver is actually at mid. There's catapult still. Yep, you'll be able to get it done. Double kill. So basically, they're winning the fight, right? So they don't need you. And then when you TP, that's the only time that you look into the mid. And since you already TP'd, pretty much like a choke. Yeah, no choice ulti, but still pop it just to make the team feel that you just use it. And then yeah, you wasted the creep wave in bottom. And potentially you could actually go for like large camp and defensive as well. I don't think you can actually kill it. There's Magnus now. Just TP out. Of course. Denied. Alright.
Dire's middle tower is not what it used to be.
Now you can actually TP to the top if ever they're going to dive.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, play with Hunt. Not just Hunt, to be exact. While you're doing this, just keep looking into the items of the enemies. And again, look at the rate of your farm, right? It's too damn slow. So if Magnus will always be here to empower you, your team is going to be forced to play 3 versus 5 for the most part. Of course, they have to wait for like Black Hole as well, or Magnetize or something else. But they're pretty much active, right? So for the whole duration, you only got like how many camps you got in there, and how many creep waves. It's really slow farming. That's why I don't like the Vanguard.
A tool to teach.
Aghanims is actually broken for a Spectre. It's one of the core items. But if you're going to play Aghanims though, it's actually mana consuming as well. It's mana heavy. So Falcon Blade could be fine. Basilius is okay. And then yeah, you're missing some lances as well. Yeah, Chakra. But again, do you really want the Keeper of the Light playing with you?
Wicked sick.
Because if I'm going to be the Keeper of the Light, I will either keep spamming it with the SF, magical damage, right? Keep fighting. That's the good thing about the Keeper of the Light. Yeah, the SF can only carry you because he is having unlimited mana, and the enemy like the Ember Spirit, the Flame Guard is nothing. The SF is actually not right clicking for the most part, just spells. Same goes for like Vengeful. Keep doing on the stun. Stun, spells. This is the good thing about the draft that you guys had. Even without items, you can keep fighting with the nukes.
Axe does not actually cry.
And then you don't have TP as well. You just use it on top. Pushing it out. They don't really bother, they don't really care about your Spectre, right? They never pressure you. Because they're busy defending their supports or their team against the SF. With the Vengeful, with the Mag, and with the Keeper. Mana. Yep. So now they're playing on top. You guys are playing top, they're trying to defend you in here. Even though you don't have Hunt. And you don't have spells. Wait, why they're not fighting? They have Black Hole. Well, maybe that's because they don't have the confidence to play.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, this is so weird. Finally they smoke, but they're too late. TP to the bottom, yep. So if the Radiant realize this, might as well play bottom. Then gank here right now. Because you just TP'd. You're basically trapped in there. But yeah, since they're close to the top lane, fight in there and then do Roche. Let's see how it goes. Are they going to lose this fight? Yeah, they're going to lose. Black Hole. Do they have vision though? I think they don't have vision, yeah. They're playing without vision. You guys are so lucky. They just smoke without any vision. That's it. Black Hole. Magnet. No one's actually getting it. How come your team is actually winning? Like, it's 4 versus 5.
Dire's middle tower is
They're just not prepared on how to engage that fight. They're smoking without wards. But yeah. So when is the time that you will be able to play Dota in this game as a Spectre? Because right now you're just playing farm, right?
Radiant's middle tower.
Tags? And then I actually realized this, but there's actually a lot of farm that you're not getting, even though no one is denying it. Let's watch this. Some farm will be missed, or maybe not. Not this time around, but earlier, yeah. Mana is nice. Manta style against Chains maybe, and then Malefice, and then Earth Spirits. If I were you, I will be playing onto the other side of the map since you have Hunt. I'm not going to right click in the tower as well. I'll keep farming. Yeah, TP. TP! Why not? Ember's at mid. Weaver's at bottom. No Enigma, yeah. Just do it. Yep, I like it. Go, yeah. Man up or just farm. You just TP. Again, you use your Hunt without looking at it. It's not needed. You trap yourself again. And then Nature's Prophet will go top, push it out. Your team has to fix the lane. And you might be contesting with the farm against the SF. And then, see, this is not looking good. Because if your support's TP'd, that means you guys release the pressure. So if the 4 heroes are still playing into the bottom, you guys can keep on choking them, and the enemy will be either have to go to the top lane and get you in there, or play into the bottom and doing some smoke. Since I don't know, man, you're going to farm in here. Yeah, this is basically going to reset the map, right? Luckily, the enemy doesn't have the initiative to actually fight back. If it's me, I will be making a call that, guys, the Keeper of the Light and Vengeful will keep it to top. Let's reclaim the area, let's get the outpost. Or might as well smoke. We can actually find the SF or the Magus in here.
Is under attack.
So yeah. It's basically a reset. Wait, you actually remove the Killing Blade? If you don't have the Spectral Dagger and you don't have Killing Blade, you might die against Nature's Prophet or be trapped by him. So finally they're regrouping, but it takes like 1 minute or 2 to actually put up the pressure again. I think it's 2 minutes, right? Is it actually 2? So you guys are pressuring in here. Pressuring. And then you wasted the haunt again in here. And then you actually get in there as well. So 1850. 1850. And then regroup. Yep, fix the lane. But if you're still in top, you could actually fix it. Since the enemy just engaged in bottom and TP'd bottom. And Nature's Prophet is not enough to kill you. He needs like 2 more heroes. Or even 3 to kill you. And yeah. 1850 and then reset the map. Because to be honest though, you can actually keep going in here, like poking the high ground. Force them to use the glyph. And force them to defend. Completely. And since they're going to defend in here in bottom, you can still push top all the way. They have Black Hole? I don't think so. Yeah. They use it, isn't it? They used it earlier. Here. 200 seconds. That's why your team actually have the confidence to keep going.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
3 minutes. Or actually 2.5. Your team is actually playing high-paced DotA. To keep pressuring them while the enemy spells still not up. It's actually a good initiative. That's why they don't really care if they're going to dive in here. Because they know Enigma cannot do anything. And then Weaver cannot fight as well without BKB. Ember will do the same. So yeah. You slow down your team? Yeah, I agree. I agree that you slow down your team. Because right now, as the thing stands, let's say you still have this haunt right now, and then you're still pushing out the top lane. Look at this, right? Look at this. Look at those words. It's really beautiful. So if you're still at the top lane, you will be able to see any incoming ganks in here from here. And aside from that, the team or the enemy actually played bottom. So that's really good information that you can abuse moving forward instead of slowing down your team. It's more of, again, your second haunt is something that I'm not sure if it's I'm not sure about the right term, but you are using it without looking if you could actually get something out of it. Aside from wasted haunt, of course. What is my recommendation is that before you even use the haunt, look into the heroes that you could actually get in there. You could use the haunt for like scouting. Let's say they engage and then they have enemies such as Blink Dagger, Shaker, perhaps. You could use the haunt to scout it, or let's say Enigma, Blink Dagger. You know, you can use it prematurely to scout them so that your team could completely proceed with the tower building, like killing it. Your goal was to Enigma, yeah, scout the black hole. That's a good thing, right? But then again, the Enigma is dead. Black hole is on cooldown. Yep, keep on farming in here, and then if you stay in the top lane without doing this, your team could actually proceed with the push into the bottom. But since you don't have haunt and Nature's Prophet is actually pushing the top, the guys could actually lose the pushing. Because not only top lane is being pressed, also the mid lane is being pressed. So the team could actually proceed with like going for the bottom in here. and doesn't care about the mid or to the top. But since it's 2 lane versus 1 lane, they have to trade it. And you're not strong whenever you don't have Hunt anyway. So yeah, AFK farm. Farm. Pupil's gift. Yep, that's really nice on any agi heroes. And then yeah, basically full minute now. They reset, right? After 1850, after killing this and then getting the outpost, they managed to farm because you guys are playing 3 lanes at once, right? And then it took a minute for them to regroup and press the issue again. But you don't have Hunt still. It's going to be 4 versus 5, if ever. And I really hope that the guys would actually lose because you don't have Black Hole. I mean, you don't have Hunt. So what's your contribution? This guy is dead. No need for a Requiem, to be honest. You can do Roshan now, right? Because Roshan with the Desolate Manta style is really nice. You can TP to mid. Do Roshan. Make the call. They are winning without you. That's the good thing about it, right? But imagine if you have Hunt in there prepared, you can immediately go for Roshan. Yeah. You're playing like insurance now. But imagine if your team is actually losing those fights. I don't think that you will be able to, or I think your team will start blaming you immediately when they're losing, and then you still have this kind of amount of farm. Farm. Yep. What's the talent? Stats and then Spectre dagger. Yep.
Middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Go for Ancients again. Complete it. Yep. You can also use the Manta style to push the lane. Weaver is here. So they might be going into the bottom like altogether. But why are you going home? You could actually farm in here. Oh shit, you AFK. Maybe disconnected? Why you went back? I don't. Yeah, and then you have to use TP. You can actually disconnect and then pause. Much better. Yeah, it happened. Maybe some sort of delivery guy knocking in your door. Kind of thing. Or maybe phone call had to take. But then again, the Magnus, right? The Magnus never really follow you and empower you, right? Because you're a Spectre. The Spectre has to play in the opposite side of the map, especially with Hunt available. And so not only, yeah, it's really delayed, man. You guys could really do the Roshan. Once Spectre have Desolate max out and then go for like Manta style, it's really easy. Yeah, this game is fine. No damage. Whee! No damage. 1-for-1 trade. Roshan. You should do Roshan. Since you have Manta style. You still have Magnus. Manta. Why are you running? Right click. Right click. Yep. GG. This game is over. I think your contribution in this game could be properly using your Hunt. And aside from properly using the Hunt, you have to properly farm. Especially in the opposite side of the map. So that your team could exert or could stick together and then pressure the enemy further. Even if you guys are ahead, this game is still losable, right? So it's a matter of map pressure. Because technically, you specifically are giving so much space for the enemy. The way that you play this game.
has fallen.
Perfect example is the 18-minute mark. You TP to top and then you use Haunt to go back to bottom, even though you're not needed in there. And then that allows your enemy to keep pressing the top lane, keep pressuring the mid, and then your team has to TP to the top to protect the tower. And it took them a minute to regroup and then fight again. So yeah, you have to look at it in a macro level. Like, time is gold, definitely, right? The time that you spent in there gives you a lot of gold while farming the small camps in there. But the gold is not farm, or the gold is not time. I'm sorry. So time is gold, but the gold is not time. So it doesn't matter how much gold you got in there, but if it went to the point where the enemy can fight you back, you might still lose the game. So, like what you're doing right now. You don't need to be in this position where you're struggling, right? You don't need to be in this position. You have so many things that you can actually work on when it comes to this kind of macro gaming, and that could really improve your game time. So if you're like me that is actually busy, I don't want to waste time playing Dota 2, right? If I could win right now, I will do it. I don't want to extend it for like more than 5 minutes, or even 3 minutes, or even 2 minutes. It's important, right? So since we're busy, might as well use that time to do something else. Get in there, drop something. Nice. Roshan, you're lucky. You're lucky again. Black hole. Yep, but it's fine. You have to use ulti or the shadow step. And then Spectre dagger. Easy game. You're so lucky in this game, man. It's so good. The moment that you actually use his Haunt and then Magnus managed to follow up without them preventing any blink initiation, that's so good. Because the enemy know that you guys have SF and then Magnus blink dagger, right? But they never really try to stop them from going in. So yeah, game is over. Any questions though? So it actually took like 30 minutes before you really get into the driver's seat and end the game. But I think with proper itemization and then proper macro like positioning, where to farm, where to exert the pressure, I think this game could be like 20 minutes. I mean, especially when you win the fight in bottom, right? When you TP to the top, I think that could lead into objective, like the high ground, the Rex, because they have really no way to defend. They have no black hole, they have no blink dagger, they have no BKBs. They're not really ready to fight you off. And then SF, I think, has the presence aura effects building, and you still have Requiem and then RP in there, and then there's the chakra magic, there's the illuminate heal with the ulti. Pretty good overall. So yeah. And then here, okay, you got the shit. You could actually like reality and then move forward to block it. Yeah, I think you didn't anticipate that. Yeah, that's one thing as well that I have to say. Your anticipation skill is not the greatest asset of yours. I think you have to look more and predict what will be the reaction of the enemy. So when it comes to looking more, that's more of a, before using the Haunt, like 2 times for your Haunt you didn't look beforehand, and then you didn't even have like a clear target in mind who's going to be killed. You can TP out and then shadow step again. Manta. He's going for Gleipnir? The Weaver. Then Weaver has no BKB. Offlane Weaver, right? That's why it's so weird when I found that the Weaver is actually the offlane instead of the Enigma. Because for me, if the Enigma is offlane, I don't think you will be having this kind of game. And your team overall. Because Enigma offlane will have like the aura items and the BKB or the capability to stand with the black hole, even if the swap is there. RP could look good, but it has to be perfect when it comes to the positioning. Basher, Abyssal, yeah, I think this is the time that you're going to play Abyssal Blade, right? And maybe Scatty. So I don't, for me, I don't think we have to look for more in this game, because this is basically the time where your Spectre is really strong, and it's only a matter of your team initiation or the enemy's initiative as well to look for a fight. I think it will just play out by itself. And again, even though you have the spell like the global presence, you're sticking with your team. I'm not sure what do you want to achieve in there. Wait, you went out? You can actually go back in there and then just, yeah, never mind. Your team can actually connect. Yeah, they don't want to connect in there. Like smoke and move forward. But yeah. At least you force the BKB. Yeah. Blink dagger only. Yeah, go! Fight, fight, fight! Yep, you force the BKB. What can you do about the BKB though? Is there anything that you could get? Significantly? Earth Spirit? Yeah, you're randomly using your Shadow Step as well. Again, I'm not sure what do you want to achieve in there. For me, if you want to kill the Earth Spirit, you have to be patient where it's going to use the roll. After you use the roll, you go for the Shadow Step, Manta Style, kill it. You don't need to use the Spectral Dagger after you use the Shadow Step because it has the Spectral Dagger itself. It has the slow already, and then you have the bash, you have the double damage. You can actually kill the guy. But you need to be patient about it. You have to anticipate it. So here... Did he actually use the... Yeah, he actually used the roll in here. Right? It's like 4-second cooldown. But yeah, you're too late. So those opportunities will not be waiting for you. So here, yeah. 4 seconds. Just look into the minimap. I think you are watching your hero too much, even though the ancient is not going to kill your hero. The time that you spent watching these dragons should be, yeah, looking at this, but you missed the time where he already used the roll, and then now he got it. Because you're busy watching the dragons in there, or your Spectre. But I think if you manage to see the roll in there, you go immediately, and then that guy is dead. You can go for like Spectral Shadow Step, Manta Style, right click, and then go back to farming in here. That's possible. Earth Spirit doesn't have any survival items such as Ghost Scepter, Yules, Force Staff. You could kill him. Because if you're going to watch other stream, such as high MMR carry, like let's say Arteezy, they're looking all over the map. Their camera is consistently looking for information and for fight, for opportunities. They are the one that is actually creating those opportunities. They're not waiting for someone else to tell them what to do. They have the initiative. And then you AFK again, I don't know what happened. But yeah, this game is pretty much over, right? But let's watch it all together. How did the game end?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, random Shadow Step again, just to scare him away. Smoke together? With Spectre? That's unheard of. Farm bottom? Yeah, you can do farm bottom, but it's actually deep. So if the Spectre is going to farm deep in the enemy's territory, what do you think is the impression? The impression is, of course, the team is behind Spectre. Right? They're not going to fight you right now because you're pushing it deeply. They will rather play top lane or mid lane because you are playing in bottom so deep. The impression is that the team is behind him, and yeah, I'm right. The team is actually behind Spectre. So yeah, Manta Style. But then the Keeper of the Light is not with you. It should be the Spectre playing top, not the Keeper of the Light. But yeah, the game is over anyway. You have no Manta Style yet. Be careful. Okay. They don't have the damage. Shadow Step. Wait, what? Manta. Abyssal. Abyssal. You're fine. TP out, but you don't have Shadow Step again. Done. Yeah, he's dead. Spectral Dagger. I will go on to the Enigma. I will go to the Enigma. Yep, nice nice Spectral Dagger. You can actually just TP out in the Shadow Step. Enigma, find the Enigma. But since you're finding the Enigma, you forgot the answer. Shadow Step. Yeah. GG. Where's the Shadow Step? That's fine. GG. Easy game. We should be typing easy game in here. This is one of the freest Spectre that I've seen in months. I agree to that. In months. Imagine you are also AFK as well. Not doing anything, but you're still winning, right? It's really good to have that kind of team. So yeah, those are the things that we have to work on with your Spectre. Or with your gameplay overall. Like, the information is kind of limited to you as well, right? We agree to that. You don't really look that much info to the game. And then the itemization as well. And then the positioning. More on the macro gaming. Macro. Like the pressure. So you have to think about the pressure more. Especially you are with the Immortal bracket now. Because if the guys, or if this is higher rank, they know how to pull it off. They know how to make a comeback in these situations. Because you are not exerting pressure. You are actually providing them more resources than they can. I think Blade Mail Ags is really nice in here. I'm not sure if you have to play Orchid in here. But I think that could work. Into Bloodthorn maybe. Manta style, I think Manta style is more of a insurance or like safety net for the item. But I think Manta style is still fine after Aghanims. But he actually decided to go for Manta style before Aghanims. For me, I would suggest Aghanims first before Manta style in that kind of game because you're not being pressured. The Manta style is more of a split pushing and then defensive, right? Because you have the disjoint, you have the dispel with the Manta style. But if you're being pressured, what's the point of having defensive item, right? So might as well use that farm to play aggressive with the Aghanims. At least you can contribute to something, right? So that's my point. I don't want the rush on the Manta style. I would rather rush the Aghanim so that I could contribute. Since the guys are winning and then they're not pressuring me. But if they are pressuring you, you can go for like Manta style for defensive. If I were losing, split farm with illusions. Yeah, exactly. And then save yourself with their spells disjointed and everything. So yeah, it's more of a micro game. Like you have to ask yourself, what's the condition of the game? Are we losing? Are we winning? And since you recognize that you are winning, no need with Manta. Yeah, Orchid seems good as well. But I think the order for like Manta versus Aghanims is something that is debatable. For me, 100%, I would say Aghanims is really good because they're not pressuring you anyway, and then your team is actually winning without you. So might as well help them with the aggressiveness, and that will actually instill fear to the enemy that they can no longer show up alone because you are always there to do the shadow step, and then +1, they are dead. More global presence, more pressure to the map. More pressure to the map, and that means they can farm less and they can get levels less or experience less and minimizing their chance to make a comeback in the game. So yeah, that's all for me. Thank you for the replay. Spectre. I really appreciate it, and I hope you'll be getting more MMR and reach 6K as well, and play together with me in the Immortal or in the Southeast Asian server. All right, good luck and have fun. And don't forget to give me feedback, man, so I will know what to work on, or if the coaching is effective. Right below here, right below the requests. So yeah.